focus.
Long story. But I've got your eyes, Seymour.
Oh, my peepers! And as for those pips, if you don't mind, it just takes a little precision, the utmost finesse, and... Hey, my pleasure. Thank you for helping me properly see again. I suppose I carper even. Oh, and remember, all this is our secret. So, what are you gonna do now? Oh, of course. It's best to be prepared. I know you'll find your sister out there even. She's waiting for you. All you have to do is go out there and find her. Thank you, even. You saved my eyes. You could do anything within realistic frameworks. Well, I wish you well on your next adventure. And if I could give you some semi-solicited advice. Every roll of the dice matters, but not every roll counts. Isn't it, though? It's so fun. Bye, even. I'll miss you, but I'm sure we'll see each other again in far-off places.
Words for sale. Who wants to buy a word? Here's one for free.
Kate, my grand.
Oh, easy to trick. Because she's me. We're the same person, born into two different bodies. I'm so ashamed. She's got the best parts of the two of us. She's so important to me, and I sold her out. Please, can you help her? I know I've already asked so much, but... That's it, exactly! You did? Now she's going to kill me! And I'm grateful that you gave her back the freedom to do so. You've let me take back the greatest mistake of my life. And I know my relationship with but at least now I have a chance to fix it. I wouldn't have that without you. Thank you, even. And here, for luck better than mine.
Oh, cool dice costume, kid.
Get
Careful,
fresh rum,
in it.
straight out of the tube.
I got it
In for
50% off
two.
sale. That's twice as cheap as normal.
Hey, stai kicking. Hey, Voiken. Fantastic ball.
Oi, kid! You want crispy treats? Kids love crispy treats.
All bets are off when you've got a new card from old Manny Dex, Esquire.
You don't belong here. You don't belong here.
All bets are off when you've got a new card from old Manny Dex, Esquire.
Hey, you. Come here a tick.
Go on, Dicey. Go on, Dicey. Dicey, over there. Dicey. Go on, Dicey. Dicey! There! Dicey! Dicey! There! Dicey! There! Dicey! There!
Hey, you. Come here a tick.
Seller, street socks. Get your socks here. I got words for sale here. Choice words. Pluviophile. It means...
You have the ingredients! Brilliant! That's all I need. Please, pass them over. Remember, you did say you'd give them to me. Thank you! Oh, thank you! Oh, just need to mix them together and down the hatch. Okay. I feel strange. Whoa! Oh, this is intense! Perfect! It's just me! For the first time, it's just me! Thank you for this. Let me give you something in exchange for all of this. It's my partner's personality, distilled down to its purest essence. I hope it treats you well. You know what? By the cards, I think I'm actually going to miss him. It's so quiet without him in my head. I may actually miss him already. He'd say that's only logical. Isn't that funny? It's funny, isn't it?
The girl was a long way from home, about to enter the land of three. Who knew what adventures awaited her there? The answer is me. I do. I'm the narrator. But for Even and Dicey, the adventure was just beginning. And Even's sister was still out there, somewhere, lost in random.
Home, I guess.
Don't touch that!
You mustn't ever touch that odd. Ever! Never touch it again. I have it because I desire it, Odd. You're 12. There are things you don't understand yet. Anyway, forget it. Because I have something for you, Odd. Something special. That rudeness. That's your One Origins showing. Don't worry. We'll break you of that yet. And it's not a gift. It's something to be earned. But for now, go on, try it. I had it made just for you.
children was one of the Queen's royal spiders, the kind that had taken away Odd on that terrifying night. They were the collectors of children who were to become Sixers.
Come on, Dicey! We can't let it get away! Hurry! She's in our sights! Not today, spider monster! You! Oh, wait! Wait! Did you see those robots? What do you mean you've seen bigger?
I always knew I was a Sixer at heart. I knew! I'll do all sorts of important work for the Queen while Bernard mops the floor.
Hey, where is Bernie?
Bernard is gone!
A Sixer child is missing! I repeat, a Sixer is missing. I can be rewarded. Radical rules by the grace of the Queen.
Look! It's Bernie! From back home! Of course we should help him. He'll be eaten alive out here.
The spider seemed impossible to get into at the moment. Oh, but perhaps Bernie would know how to get to her sister. Even knew...
Come on! We've got to find him!
Oh, yes. Time was of the essence. I was done anyway. Freedom was a district tearing itself apart in a three-way civil war. A murdered father, 3 siblings, each suspecting the other of the deed. And a giant battle droid, given to each by the Queen to settle the matter.
Here, mate, let's trade cards. Sometimes I feel like it's my sole purpose in life. Oh, hello. You've made it to 3 Town, have you? Be careful here. Those triplets don't mess around. But then again, that just gives you 3 good reasons to buy some cards, eh? I could ask you the same thing. But now we're both here, and that means one thing. Let's trade cards! Let me answer that question with a question. Who could possibly dwell on the past when we've got cards in the present? So, let's trade, shall we?
Protect the king! Protect the king! He's in danger!
I'm
We have
noble,
to-
you understand.
have to-
Heck, this bell belonged to my family, don't you know? It still does, I suppose. It has. I'm noble, you understand. Heck, most of us here are. I suppose it is. I don't know any other way to live, you understand. It belonged to the triplets, and before then it belonged to the Lord our King of Freedom, before his murder. Royal families are like servants. They tend to expand to the size of their manor. Just so. But I'm a distant relative, far enough to stand outside the daily battles and to not choose a side. You know, I have another distant relative, a cousin of mine, that I haven't heard from in some time. Not since this cursed Civil War started. Last I heard, she was in the Duke's garden, playing nobility, eating cakes, I suppose. If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her, that's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life. And it would do my heart good to know that she knows I do miss her. But it's too dangerous for me to go stumbling around a battlefield. Please excuse me.
Bah! Call me
Fascinating. Fascinating.
What was I talking about? The attack has begun! The king must be saved! What? Identify yourself, stranger! I am Nishka, and I used to protect somebody important, I think. A ruler, maybe? Before the war. Oh, Even, you sweet child. You can't keep clinging to the past. The king's dead and gone now for years, don't you remember? What? How did you know my name? What? I've never seen you before in my life. The king! Protect the king from danger!
Oh boy, I can't wait to get back home. But I can't get back home without knowing the way. Or can I? Oh, hey, mister. Do you know the way to one... oh, wow. You want a hug? Okay. Woo, woo, woo. Wow, it's pretty cold in here and dark, too.
Alive? I thought I saw one running around here recently. A young lad, boxy clothing. Can't say I did, unfortunately. But you'd better find him quick, before the Shadow Man does. Everyone knows about the Shadow Man, child. Especially children out all alone.
You want to know about the Shadow Man?
Even suddenly felt like she was being watched. And to tell you the truth, I did too.
Are you the Shadow Man?
Oh, I have many names, little one.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen a little boy? About yay high?
Let me think. This one?
Oh, wow, even is that you? I'm so glad to see you. Can you believe that I'm stuck?
Let him out!
He's mine now. I won't be letting him go. I believe you'd call that leverage. You'd think you'd know not to insult someone who's holding all the cards. Or in this case, children. Besides, you don't have what I need. That may be true, but there is another truth. That if you're not afraid now, you'll soon learn to be. Haven't you heard the bedtime stories? I'm what goes bump in the night. I'm what comes for children when they roam a little too far from home. This is what I do. Or what I used to do anyway, before this silly war. Nothing you have, child, and I suspect nothing you can bring me. That remains to be seen, but perhaps you're right. I want the same thing all of us want here. Peace. I want the triplets' war to end. I care about being feared. Before this war, I was the most terrifying thing in the world of random. Children would be afraid to whisper my name in case I came for them. And often I did. But people only truly fear things that move in the dark during peace. During war, they are surrounded by greater threats all day long. And so nobody fears the Shadow Man anymore. Life is the greater horror. And they have overindulged, forgotten me. If you want me to give you Bernard, then I want you to change that. I don't care how. I don't care about anything even, except being feared by everyone again. I've watched you. I know you're a dice wielder. I've been around for centuries even. I know more than your mortal world has forgotten. You alone carry the power to affect the arenas and those giant robots. Figure it out, or you will never see your precious Bernard or any other child I choose to take again. Without peace, there will be no boy, no hope. And you will never see your sister again. For you, there are currently more important questions at stake. Go, even. Bernie's fate rests on your tiny shoulders, and my hunger won't be held at bay forever.
To save Bernard from the wretched Shadow Man, Even had to end Threedom's civil war. It was a hard task, an impossible task, but she wasn't going to let her friend die. The first thing she needed was information. Perhaps some of the locals would be willing to share what they knew.
That poor woman, completely mad.
Who's that?
You, I remember you. We've spoken before, haven't we? No, I don't remember much, and I'm sorry, what did you want? Oh, with the children. The 3 children, well, something happened. There were sounds from his chambers. Was someone with him? I was his bodyguard, and I ran to look, and he was supposed to be sleeping, but... I'm sorry, it was such a shame, I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. Hello? Do I know you? The children of the king! Such beautiful babies. They grew up into such wonderful young men and women. The Duke, the Baroness, and the Count. Such a gift. The entire royal court was so... The court was so... I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't remember. He's paranoid, capricious, and fearful. But his heart's in the right place. He once accused me of trying to assassinate him just because I tried to get him to finish his vegetables. We all had a lovely laugh about it later. Or at least, I think we did. She's tough as nails. Tough as cannons, really. Duty-bound and haughty, but she can back it up. And woe be to those who cross her. She once aimed a cannon at me to stop me from giving her a bath. The only thing that impresses her is war. I wouldn't call him a glutton for life, more of a bon vivant. He loves all the finer things. He's baroque, decadent, you might say spoiled, but I'd say he's really more cultured. He once told me his goal was to eat every animal in the kingdom, all in one single dish. He achieved it a week later, and said the dish was as delicious as it was disappointing. Oh, that's very nice. You're a nice young lady. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that these days I don't remember things as well as I used to. I have moments where I can see things so clearly, and then poof. But there have been times where an object reminds me of things, holding an important artifact that reminds me of a person or an event. That could bring it all back. Can you find these objects for me? One for each triplet. That could bring it all back. Oh, and if you could find the murder weapon that killed the king, I could remember that too. I feel certain of it. I'm sorry, find what? What were we talking about? Oh, if only I could remember. That platform reminds me. I'm supposed to warn travelers about something. I'm supposed to say something very, very important. Oh well, it's probably fine, and we should all stop worrying about it.
Seeing the ease at which Dicey affected the world, even was surprised to find herself feeling a little bit frightened of him. How could someone so small and innocent contain so much untamed power? And now, even suddenly felt like she had the world on her shoulders. Could she solve the mystery of the king's murder?
It's the Count! Ladies and gentlemen, the Count has won the role!
The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's dark dice, but everything else I know. Hi there, I'm Tea Time Tootsie. I used to be our late King's master planner. The Nanny Fortuna, of course. When you're this good, it'd be a crime not to share your skills with the world. Literally. Every day I watch the battles and come up with the most thrilling stratagems for the next day. The only thing I can't predict are the rolls of the Queen's dark dice, but everything else I know. Fair enough. Skepticism is healthy. Here, I'll prove it to you. Every day the dice is rolled, and every day one of the Colossuses moves. Everyone noticed. But what everyone else has failed to notice is how the winning Colossus brings most of the robots he commands with it, and that leaves the area behind safer to traverse. Do any of the triples use this information? Perhaps attacking from behind on the day the dice favors them? No, only I see it. By the order of Nanny Fortuna, I am not to work for either of them. Although I would be interested in learning more about the triplets for observational purposes only. Tell you what, if you meet them, come back here and describe them to me. There'd be a reward in it for you.
boira, die wolf red, yum, der dulke, der heel, the finger, the ball, that as yum, finger, der dulke, top the heel, ball, the boira, as the wolf red, die, the wolf red, paw, the heel, the top, yum, as boira.
Life never goes the way you expect, does it? All at the whim of a dice roll. Hey, kid. You want to hear a story? Oh, good. You're showing an old soldier a kindness, kid. There's a saying in Freetown, bad luck comes in threes. Well, it was right. I was there in the first battle, the first time the triplets fought, right after the king died. It was savage. The triplets, I didn't hold anything back. It was as fierce and as destructive as the dice maker's own fury. And when it was over, well, that's just it, isn't it? It never ended. We're still fighting those same battles every day. And me, I'm just about out of fight. Life never goes the way you expect, does it? All at the whim of a dice roll. Everyone's looking for someone here. Me? I'm looking for my brother Henry. Lost him somewhere in the Duke's territory, or running away from the machines. I'm sure he's alive, though. I see him in my dreams, though he doesn't see me. Stay safe out there, kid.
Deals here. Get your deals
looking
here.
to get an invincibility potion, are you? Well, you've come to the wrong place. I've got cards, though. Now there's the face of a girl who wants to trade cards. And I got good news for you. Cards here. I literally cannot advertise that fact harder than I already have.
Doi, hij gets good for. Blah. Tôi kiss. As.
Terrific!
It's funny. Your little friend up there reminds me of something. He seems so small and quiet, but a memory somewhere is whispering to me that he's so... Oh, what's the word? Ah, yes, I remember now. Dangerous. He's brimming with power, isn't he? The power to reshape the world, ready to blow, just waiting for the trigger. What were we talking about again?
Oh, hey! I've got cards to trade. Pancakes, golf, pork, dory, full dog, golf, table, berry. Oi, Matty Dex here, card enthusiast and living store at your service.
Stay safe out there, kid.
You want to trade your cards? I know. Belkes, Bangayzasam, Delvo, Dail, Blah, Wolf, Thou. Pork, taste, Delvo, Blah, Ball, Vineyard, Nip.
Deals here. Get your deals here. War's good for business. Everybody needs something in a war. That means you can jack up your prices like crazy. Oh, why? I mean, jack up the deals on your prices like crazy. Everything must go, kid. I can tell you this much, kid. You'll change your mind. Everyone comes to trade with me eventually. That's the beauty of war, kid. Everybody needs something, and I've got something for everyone. You're darned right I am. Everybody needs something, and I've got something for everyone.
If I could see her again, I'd tell her that I miss her. That's all. It's silly, but you never think of the people you care about until they're no longer in your life.
It's funny. Your little friend up there reminds me of something. Huh? He's brimming with power, isn't he? What?
Terrific!
is full of blood. I guess you but
Someone has entered your ruined castle, Your Grace.
I swear, it must be my bloody sister, the Baroness, or my fancy-pants brother who thinks he's so much better than me, sending their assassins to smother me in my sleep. But this count is awake and ready for you! You hear that, assassins?
You want to trade your cards? I know you do.
I swear,
The Count? I love that guy. Stay back! You won't take me alive! You won't take me dead either!
Get him, Dicey!
I'm warning you! I'm a coward! Consequences for murder! Really bad ones!
You're here to kill me, aren't you? Help me to die? Bah! War! Have you ever marched out into a battle, little girl? I don't know. Assassin school? Unlike you, mysterious interloper, I have been in battle. Every day. In my mind. You're being obsequious. You're being kind because you want me to let my guard down and then kill me. Kids can be assassins. I've heard of it in stories that may or may not have been based on truth. End it? How can you end it when the Colossus has already moved more than once today? This war is only heating up. What's wrong? Everything! My bodyguard is dead, the war goes poorly, and then well, and then poorly again. And on top of that, Count Shmoo has been kidnapped. The third of his name, yes. He was stolen from me by the vicious Baroness, my meanie of a sister. Shmoo is like a son to me, and I haven't been able to sleep since he was taken. Do this for me, and I shall give you something. How do you like that? Nishka, the only one I could trust besides my father. She disappeared when he was killed, but you're in no shape to replace her, child. She was the whole family's bodyguard. She was great. Or so I thought until she let one of us, not me, kill my father. Of course. Obviously I would keep track of that. Someone took it. A little bird whispered that it's locked up in the head of the broken colossus that used to be my father's. It should be collecting ashes somewhere in the battlefield. Why? Was someone going to use it to assassinate me? Well, good. Even if she's alive, that leaves my lands undefended and myself open to assassination. Ha! It'll never happen. War bores me. It's just, oh no, this person died. Oh no, this other person died. Bah! Tell me when I've died and then I'm interested. In avoiding it, obviously. So that's the deal. Find my plushie, and I'll give you... Well, I don't know what I've got like that. Oh, but I do have a finger taken from the scene of the crime of my father's murder. 'Tis yours if you recover Shmoo for me. Deal?
The Count was an odd duck. And a paranoid duck, too, come to think of it. But Even was now one step closer to triggering Nishka's memories. And possibly, just possibly, ending this war in Threedom.
Oh, Shmoo! You're back! You lovable little scamp! I should scold you. You had me worried to death. Oh, but I can't stay mad at that face. By the card makers, Count Shmoo III! You're back home with Daddy! You've done good here today, noble child. You've returned my Shmoo to me, which is just about the exact opposite of assassinating me. I'm forever in your debt. And now let me give you this finger. It's yours. I hope that, with it, you can uncover the truth of my father's murder. The crime scene. One of my servants found it there. It's been long since replaced by a battlefield, but go on, take it. Carry it with pride.
En hana, valmni, gnat, orga, golgas, keino.
Bold of you to be just running around here.
Gnat, nainga, en hana, valmni, golgas. Rak, orga, Daig, takapoin, das, dagimnat, knekkers nehena, dagmel, okergo, gnema, malaha, gemeneha, kaskamoene, tokamarahi, koske, okoskemenena, takero.
Friends, citizens, country compatriots, let yourself eat cake, for now arrives the winner of the role, the Duke.
Been dealt a bad hand, have you? Ah, never mind. Trade it in for a new one with me, old Manny Dix.
Poor Even. You still don't know how to say what you want.
Hello, Even. You're not asking the right questions. You're still not asking the right questions. But I wonder if you can help me, Even. My sisters. The children of the king aren't the only triplets in Threedom. In the middle of this war, my twins disappeared, and like you, I feel like a part of me is missing. Can you find them for me? That's not important. You'll know them when you see them. After all, you knew me. If you find them, tell them to meet me at the safe spot, over by the sword bridges. Find us there once we're all gathered, and I will have something for you. You'll find us among the teapots, in the trenches, and under the ground. I hope to see you again, Even.
Sir, 1,000 apologies, sir, but your mid-afternoon cake was burnt in the chef's oven.
A cake flambe? Oh, how delightfully decadent. I'll take the whole thing.
But sire, it's burnt to a crisp.
Ooh, a new flavor I haven't experienced for years. What an amusing diversion. Have Chef serve it to me at dinner, and if he refuses, kill him. And then yourself.
Yes, sir.
The Duke certainly lived in style. Oh, it was all a show. And the horrors of war did sometimes bleed through the artifice the Duke had constructed. But if he ever noticed it, he certainly never let it show.
You don't fit in here, my dear. Yes, I expect you are. We don't get many visitors here, and those that come tend to be unable to leave until the party ends. Which, of course, it never does. Have you tried the cake? You don't fit in here, my dear. Oh, I most certainly will not. Anything to break up the tedium of war and these endless parties. Why, you may be our only hope, dear. My brother Arthur. You remind me of him. He was a soldier, and I see the same determination in your eyes, child. I do wonder what's become of him. Well, dear, aren't you a ray of sunshine on a rainy day? My only brother, still out there? Thank you. You've raised this old fool's spirits.
At 10 hut recruits, for the Baroness has won the roll. All hail her rule and her rules.
Toine, oota, snällalmin, ratskanlainen. On ei. Koodemme näin. Ainakin, tämä snakke. Motkaane monini. Orkei monohana. Oketo men heller. Toka tuikat näihna ho. Toket skapgo keneha. Take mun heire ho. Toide alla. Tokinema lorne kana. Akete mormanan. Teine heirne. Tole. Saakit nonne. Tikku remeneinanoi. Taka karbno oketo men heller. Tokinema lorne kana. Motkaane monini. Tikku remeneinanoi. Ainakin take mun heire ho. Toide alla. Saakit nonne. Toket skapgo. Kermuna hana. Kammat skela. Okas galoa. Oska. Oska moima. Toka mon. Taka karbno. Toine. Toka dahneine. Raatskalainen. Teine heirne. Orkei monohana. Koodemme näin.
You may approach. What? You make a demand before a proper introduction? No. I shall not speak to such impertinence. Leave, and return only when you can greet me properly. You may approach. No. This simply will not do. That is not how you greet a duke, child. Leave, and return only when you can greet me properly.
Hello, darling. You're a long way from home, aren't you? No, darling. That's not how you address a superior. In this kingdom, whenever you meet someone of a higher station, you must always begin by saying, "Begging your forgiveness, sir or madam." There you go, darling. Now go on, run along.
Well, I never.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, child. Look at you, child. Why, you might as well be dressed in rags. Who are you? And what brings you here? Oh no, child. That is not how you introduce yourself in conversation. You must always curtsy first. Oh no, heavens no. You want just a slight bob at the end, child. It's always so unseemly when a lady goes down too far and then snaps her head up like a drinking bird. Here, like this. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, yes. Perfectly wonderful. Now, what did you want to discuss? I'm afraid I wouldn't know about that. Pity. Well, good luck.
You may approach. Yes. As if anyone of my station would respond to such an incomplete greeting. Leave.
Look at you. You're the spitting image of an unskilled laborer. Perhaps a chimney sweep? Child, no! You simply can't address people this way. You must always use their titles. For example, I am to be addressed as my most esteemed lady, and the Duke is Your Imperial Majesty, rightful Lord of Freedom. Without the right titles, none of us can possibly be expected to respond to you. It's a simple matter of respect. You're very welcome, little lady.
You may approach. Yes. So. Oh. Well now. Finally some respect around here. Well met, Lady Even. What brings you to the company of the Duke, the one and only rightful ruler of Freedom today? Our old bodyguard? Oh, heavens, what is there left to say? She protected us until she didn't. And my dear father paid the price. I haven't heard from her since. She's dead and gone, I suppose. Oh, good for her. I should send her a cake. Only we haven't one to spare, you understand. But no, I couldn't possibly leave the castle. The horrors of war wait outside, child, and I can't have my people remembering them. No, out of the question. I have only your word that she's even alive, and we've just become acquainted. Then again. All right, I, in my infinite wisdom and appetites, have decided to do you a favor. I will give you something of extreme value if you will in turn do me a favor first. There is a portrait of me here, Certainly, you've noticed my beauty, my handsomeness, my regal demeanor. Oh, I am there with my father, his favored child. However, part of the painting is missing. When we split our lands after my father died, the Count took control over the old royal nostalgium. I'm sure the second half is there, and it proves that I was father's favorite. Return with it to me, and you shall be rewarded. Well, I didn't kill him, if that's what you're asking. I found him dead, with the murder weapon still sticking out of him. Oh, you know how things grow legs and walk off sometimes, metaphorically speaking. I think one of my lovely spies told me someone locked it up on Father's robot's head. Giant, beastly thing. I'm afraid that robot is long gone. Probably turned to scrap by now. In the nostalgium, on the Count's land, I'm sure that wicked brother of mine keeps it there, and it will prove that I was always Father's favorite.
I've got a card up my sleeve, in my chest, up my nose, up me... well, everywhere. Let's go.
burning daylight, even. And I don't think I like what I see. Indeed we do. But you'd better. The boy is growing cold in here. Let's hope it's time you have, young Even.
Oh, is that what I think it is? Yes, yes, this is the piece! And don't I look dashing? It was my pre-wig period, mind you, but well, wait a minute. We're all sitting in his lap, but that means Daddy loved us all equally? Ah, well, I suppose I did, even if the painting was a disappointment. Here, have this worthless thing, worth a fortune to a commoner like you, and I'll hardly notice its absence. And don't let anyone say the nobility isn't as kind as it is cake-filled.
With a memento of the Duke in her hands, Even was one step closer to being able to trigger Nishka's memories of that fateful night.
Raise the stakes with a new card. Manny's got what you need. Your house of cards will never fall down when you've built it with Manny's help.
Welcome to Warriors Training! Way better than that calm breathing, fella. Let's begin by chugging a pint of Zupa juice. No hesitation! That is not the Warriors' way. Now for axe training! Swing wide. Imagine you're chopping down a tree. Imagine you're chopping down an enemy! Imagine you're chopping down a friend! You just murdered your friend with an axe! You're a warrior! Warriors don't think, they war! That's why it's called Warrior! Now we're working on our battle cries! We need to scream so that our enemies know that we're here! So they can be afraid and they die of fear! Can you scream hard enough to make strangers die? Yes! Finally, let's focus on our motivation! Do warriors need motivation? No! Motivation is for actors! But they do need battle zone inspirations! So think of who you're fighting for. Is it glory? No! Is it one of the triplets? No! You're fighting for war! Because war needs warriors, and warriors need war! So every war you war yourself into is a new war for warriors! Have I said war enough that the word war no longer has any war meaning? War! War!
Even wondered what she'd been caught up in. Ooh, but at least she felt motivated.
That concludes Warriors Workout!
I've got cars to trade. Don't you want to follow suit? I know you do. Bets are off when you've got a new card from old Manny Dex, Esquire.
Dicey, over there! Dicey, over there! Dicey, there!
Bets are off when you've got a new card from old Manny Dex, Esquire.
The Baroness lived atop Wild Card Hill, a training ground for war, and a home to warriors. It was not a place for children. But then again, thought even, what part of freedom was?
Well, well, color me impressed. Most interlopers find themselves dead long before this point.
How did a child like you make it up here? A likely story. You must have just snuck past them. Blind chance. At ease, child. Well then, at ease even. Look at you. You're not even old enough to be a recruit. You're soft, aren't you? No, I suppose you're not. You're learning. But you are a long way from home. What can I do for you, even? Suddenly, I think, I found him too late. The murder weapon was still there, but someone took it and stashed it inside the head of his own personal giant robot. The robot's long since destroyed now. The Queen of All Random had it dismantled after my father died. I think she feared the old man, and that his murder came as a dark blessing to her rule. Ah, but you didn't hear that from me. Simple thing, really, but it requires complicated strategy. One or both of my brothers defeated our bodyguard and killed our father. I don't let that stand, soldier, so I fight. And when I win, they will pay for their transgressions. Not surprised. Nishka's damn tough. And if anyone could survive out there, it's her. She taught me how to win a fight, taught me how to never surrender, taught me the importance of duty. No, that would be a dereliction of duty. She wouldn't be happy to see me there, and neither would I. I respect us both too much for that. How is she, other than alive? Impossible! I am too busy waging and winning this war. Ha 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 ha! A child coming here and asking for a gift? The sheer gall! But I admire the courage. Tell you what, even. I happen to own the mighty mechanical arm that once belonged to Nishka. If you can take it, it's yours. If not, it ought to remind her of her failure to protect my father. This arm, it's only the most heavily guarded item in my entire freedom. I like your spunk, even, so let me warn you, you will fail. You may even die. So do the smart thing and go back to whatever teapot shack you came from. Can you defeat my robots to claim it? No? Well then, there's your answer, even.
Even knew what she needed to do to get something that would jog Nishka's memory. Win the most protected treasure in the most militarized kingdom.
I miss my darling wife so much.
She knew it would be hard, but she also knew that the chance of ending this war, if indeed she could end it, would be worth it.
Oh, the most beautiful woman you can imagine, with a smile that melts my heart away every time I think of it. Of her. If I could just see her again, I'd tell her I love her, and that the second this war's over, I'm coming back to her. Nobody will ever separate us again. If only.
colossuses moved once again, this time in favor of the Count.
Finish this fight by destroying the tower. To destroy the tower, you must lead your playing piece onto the appropriate tile in order to fire your cannons.
Shoot the button to fire the cannon.
Walls up!
Shoot the button to fire the cannon.
button to fire the cannon. Watch out! The Baroness now has 2 cannons! Shoot the button to fire the cannon! Shoot the button to fire the cannon. Halfway there. Shoot the button to fire the cannon. Take cover! The Baroness now has 3 cannons. Shoot the button to fire the cannon. Shoot the button to fire the cannon.
We're nearing the end of this ballgame now.
Shoot the button to fire the cannon.
No! Impossible! You can't have it! Give it here! Huh! Turnabout is fair play, I suppose. You have a future in my militia, even. Very well. Keep the arm. And if you see Nishka, tell her, never mind. Just treat her well. She's earned that, at least.
Armed with Nishka's arm, even had all she needed to remind the old bodyguard of the Baroness. She just hoped it would be enough to change the course of this war.
Mate, let's get it on. Sometimes I feel like it's my sole purpose in life. Oi, looking to get invincibility. Now there's the face of good and what's great Cards here. trade it in for a new one with me, old Manny Dick. Your house of cards will never fall down when you've built it with Manny's help.
From a machine long dead. And what do I find here but you? I'm speaking to you, girl. The question is not what I want. Anything I desire, I make manifest. The world itself ends to me. To mind you, the rolls of the dice. I am the queen, girl. And you are a very long way from home, aren't you, Wanna? Did you have your sister? I have so many children, you know. So coming here, disturbing this place. It hasn't happened to me very very long time. I think I need to keep my eye on you. What did you say your name was? And I don't think you will. You get a thrill from disobedience, from looking your superior in the eye and refusing her. But superiors don't stay patient for long. Lock the girl in, destroy yourself and her. Even, I know that name, as if from a dream somehow. You are a lonely girl, adrift in a world you don't belong in. Nothing awaits you in your future but pain and heartbreak. Just words. Words I've heard before from countless people. They all fell, like you will. You have a task. Tell me, where did you find your little friend? Have you seen the valley? Have you found the valley of the dice? Tell me where it is, Ethan. Tell me where you found that dice before I...
I've got cars to trade. Don't you want to follow suit? I know you do.
You have? Describe her to me. Amazing. Thank you for this. It will enhance my stratagems for sure. You have? Describe him to me. Terrific! Thank you. The more I know about him, the more I can build an accurate, predictive model of his behavior. You have? Describe him to me. That's our Duke. Thanks. All this information helps my strategies become even more unstoppable. That's right, and it's been educational. They all seem to be stuck in the same chaotic, squabbling roles they have had since they were children. Nanny was wise to order me not to take any sides. I see that now. Here, I would like to give you a token of my appreciation with my thanks.
So much haste in someone so small. Stay and breathe for a moment. Welcome to the warrior's meditation. It's much calmer than the warrior's training. Greetings, truth and victory seeker. To begin, stretch your arms. Excellent. Now, exhale all tension from your body. Excellent. Now, stand on one foot and hop. Excellent. You are now a trained and centered warrior, ready to go out and win victory for your inner triplet. I simply cannot stress this enough. Excellent. No further questions. This class is concluded. And what did you learn? Well, that's certainly an opinion. Maybe a wrong opinion, actually. It's not for me to say if that opinion is definitely wrong, even if it is, by all measures, so wrong. Thanks for the, again, quite possibly wrong, feedback. And what did you learn? Then you have found the truth. Well done, my student. You have made me proud, and also correct.
You're taking a long time doing what I want, even. Too long.
Even? It's cold.
And it's getting colder. Oh, tons of things take time. Dying takes time, you know. But it can only be deliciously drawn out for so long. Until it, too, must reach an end.
Hello, Even. Poor Even. You still don't know how to say what you want. But it's okay. I know you, Even. You understand me, don't you? My sisters. I've been looking for them too. You want to tell me that we're to meet by the sword bridges, don't you? I'll go there now. Join us when we're all gathered, and I will have something for you.
All bets are off when you've got a new card from old Matty Dex, Esquire.
even noticed her small companion looked like he had something he wanted to say.